the darkness. One mistake could be your last. The forest never slept, and neither did its hunters. This was Europe, 1.4 million years ago. The forest was alive. Every sound, every shadow carried both promise and peril. Signs of life marked the land, a fond of beasts that ruled these woods and humans who dared to walk among them. In these endless forests, danger watched from every corner, and the struggle for survival had already begun. They moved silently through the undergrowth, every step measured, every sound a warning. Their bodies bore the marks of survival, strength carved by hunger, scars left by the wild. In these forests, they survived not as individuals, but as one. Every clan had a protector, a leader whose eyes never rested, guarding against the unknown. They searched the forest floor with patience, for even the smallest food could mean survival. Every berry, every root was precious, gathered with care, guarded with hope. The forest gave food, but also death. To choose wrongly was to risk everything. They shared what little they found, for in unity, hunger was bearable. With stone and fire, they shaped their weapons, every edge a promise of survival. They read the earth like a map, every print, every broken twig a clue to survival. Together they planned, for one mistake could cost a life. In their eyes burned a single truth: to hunt was to live. They stepped into the wilderness, where hunter and hunted were never far apart. With patience, they stalked, waiting for the moment when fear turned to action. In silence, their leader gave the signal. The forest itself seemed to hold its breath. The first move was everything. A single heartbeat decided life or death. The forest exploded into chaos, predator and prey locked in a deadly race. At last, silence fell, but every victory was written in blood. From stone and spark, fire was born, a fragile light against endless darkness. They turned the hunt into a feast. Fire made flesh safer, and life a little longer. United by the fire, they shared not just food, but survival itself. In the flicker of firelight, stories were born, carrying knowledge, fear, and hope into the dark. One stayed awake, guarding the fire, guarding the clan. In the black forest, predators waited, silent, patient, unblinking. Fire was more than warmth. It was the line between life and death. While some dreamed, others watched, and so the clan survived the night. Dawn arrived with fragile light, a new day, and new challenges awaited. They read the land anew. Every sign could guide life or death. While some hunted, others foraged, the forest providing its fragile gifts. Even in the new light, danger lingered. Survival demanded constant vigilance. Water was life, and the journey to find it could be just as dangerous as the hunt. Every step was measured. One misstep could mean sinking into the unknown. The forest watched them as closely as they watched it. Every shadow a potential threat.
At last, life-giving water, a brief respite in a world of constant danger.
To survive by the water, they first gathered what the forest offered: branches, leaves, and stone.
Every frame, every knot was a promise, shelter from the storm and the night.
Leaves and ferns became walls, a fragile barrier against rain, wind, and predators. Against the endless wilderness, they carved out safety, fragile shelters that held the weight of survival. Every mark on the ground was a sign, a silent language written by the beasts. They followed in silence, shadows among shadows, their lives tied to every cautious step. One wrong move could mean death, yet the promise of meat kept them steady. In that moment, the forest held its breath, predator and prey bound in the same silence.
With a roar, the beast charged, and so did the hunters.
Every strike was met with fury, every heartbeat a step closer to death.
They fought as one, instinct, fire, and courage against raw power.
At last, the beast fell, and for a moment, hunger was defeated.
With stone and fire, they transformed the kill into survival.
Fire turned flesh into food. Smoke carried their victory into the night.
In sharing, they found strength, every mouthful binding the clan together.
By the fire, they found safety, warmth, and the strength to face another day.